we've all had an interesting last year and a half, to be frank. But
Yeah,
guys, this won't be your average, I guess, See the Thing Is episode. As you guys know, last week we spoke to it being Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yeah.
I do want to thank all of you guys as well who sent all of your condolences to me and my family. I do want to say those did not go unnoticed, and I very, very much appreciate that. And I'm super excited because Bridget, in all Bridget fashion, I do want to start this off by saying, not only has it been a very rough year, and I'm not trying to start off crying either, damn it.
I mean,
if you do, though.
If you do,
no,
it's okay.
fuck. I do just want to say, I am so proud and so happy and blessed to have you by my fucking side.
Love you, man.
We plan to come onto this journey together.
Yeah.
You've been with me not only through this, but a lot of personal stuff this year. And I value that. And I'm so grateful to have you here.
I love you.
And I'm very excited because what you did in embracing me is bring someone that you've embraced greatly over the past. I mean, I'm not sure even how long she's been in your life, but you've dated lunch dates with me to speak to this woman.
Yeah.
And so I want to give you the floor to introduce our wonderful guest.
Yeah. Hi, guys. So my guest is my lifesaver. She is, I call her my lifesaver because over the last year, as we talked about it last week, I mentioned that last year was the intro to therapy in a very different way as an adult, as a person experiencing the pandemic, and going through what kind of, I mean, it's not really midlife crisis, but it felt, at the time, it kind of felt like I'm not in my midlife.
Girl, it was a world crisis.
But it was a world crisis, and I was kind of going through the motions emotionally, and I was like, you know what, I have some time. I have some time to do some digging and do some unpacking, and so my lovely lifesaver. The word therapist, everybody always goes, ooh. Anytime you say therapist, people get nervous. They're like, oh shit. Crazy boots. But my therapist, my life coach, my life preserver, my guiding light, Sarita is here. Aww. And so I had to give you. I was like, we didn't bring it in.
Sorry, I did. So
no air horns.
There's not going to be air horns or claps or gunshots during this episode.
We'll do snaps.
There we go.
We'll do snaps for you because, May being Mental Health Awareness Month, prior to all of the chaos and implosions that have taken place around us in the last week, I just felt it was important and it was timely to just discuss, some mental health things. And I think, it's the universe placing you in New York. You just so happen to be in New York over this weekend and able to come in and chat with us. Yeah. And so there's so many things to unpack, but I feel like, oh
my gosh, so many.
I mean, I feel like we can dive right into it because I think everyone has kind of been expecting responses to a multitude of posts on social media. Number one, I have to say I am thoroughly exhausted and drained with finding things out on social media.
I'm sitting here meeting her. I done gave her the waterworks already.
Tired.
This is exhausting and tiring.
But also, no, Mandy, that's kind of when if I don't make you cry, then I haven't done my job. So please also
the first time ever, she's like, you look like you want to cry. I was like, yeah, I sure do. I do.
And I mean, I'll be honest in saying, too, I think, I know how it is for men to grow up. Men aren't really allowed to cry, and we're pushed to cry and wear our emotions on our sleeves. And unfortunately, as a woman, and one of the words that, shout out to Latasha, she hates when I say it, we've also been in a place to be strong Black women. Mm-hmm. And so, unfortunately, I've moved in that way in this space to where I laugh things off, I troll, I kiki, ha-ha. I come on this pod and we're like, the world is burning and here we are. And we do laugh at it. But Bridget and I, over the course of, I would say several months now, I mean, it's this year has been super hard for me. And I've been having to come on here weekly and speak my truth, tell my opinions, share the things. When in fact, I don't want to laugh about it. Maybe I just want to cry and ball up, or there's not been people that have checked up on my mental health. They feel like because the show is going on, I'm fine.
Yeah.
And, so I guess I want to speak to that. Men, we know are working through being able to open up and be themselves. But now in this era of women being coined strong Black women and strong first, and not letting their emotions get in the way of business, and not letting their emotions lead them to being crazy, or all of these things that are oftentimes in question with women as to maybe us making decisions that are emotion based. How do we move forward as far as still being able to be in tune with our emotions and be strong Black women and entrepreneurs and business owners and mothers and friends and partners all at the same time? Because now it's a lot now. We're doing more than just keeping up with the house.
But I also think that the term strong has been used as a weapon. It has been weaponized in the last, 30, 40 years. And what I would love for us to do is redefine what strong is, because there's so many words, so many things, so many phrases that just kind of get thrown around without actually taking the time to be a wordsmith or actually dive into. And I'm in the dive into business. I, for a living, jump headfirst into the very shit that people run from their whole lives. So for me, understanding that being strong is an asset, but how do I show up strong can be the determining factor between my survival or my detriment.
Right.
And so I think that's where we first should go when we're talking about being a strong Black woman. I'm okay with being a strong Black woman, because I know for me, my strength encompasses so much than just being stoic.
Right.
It encompasses so much more than just leaving my emotions at the door. My emotions is what got me through the door. So why would I leave them there?
Right.
My gut is what told me that you ain't shit or I can rock with you.
Right.
Facts.
So why would I stop that because you're uncomfortable with it?
Right.
So for me, I think that if as a collective, in our collective consciousness as women and as women of color, we could redefine what strength is, I think we would be far better. And I also kind of feel like being a strong Black woman was once again weaponized, but it was used to separate us. And it feels like, and maybe we'll jump into it or not, but the tides that have been happening and the ways in which we've been moving, a lot of shit is to separate us. And we fall for it.
We do.